FIFA have banned Real Madrid and Atletico Madrid from making any new signings in the next 2 full transfer windows. It comes after they were both found guilty of breaching FIFA rules in regards to signing players under the age of 18.
Atletico's appeal against the transfer has been denied. After months of legal attempts to have their verdict overturned, FIFA has announced the transfer ban will be upheld until January 2018. No further appeals will be heard. Breaking news coming out of Spain today. Atletico have been found to be involved with further Article 19 breaches, and FIFA has been quick to react to already sanctioned club. With the current January 2018 transfer sanction to be lifted in 6 months, this time FIFA has decided to enforce further sanctions. Atletico will now not be able to make any transfers till January 2020, thus adding an extra 24 months to the ban. As a result, Diego Simeone has walked out of the club, leaving the managerial position vacant. With such a long ban being enforced, the Atletico Players Union has asked FIFA to void all contracts of the remaining players. This will allow the players to move on freely and a duty of care for the future players. With no manager on current contracted players at Atletico Madrid, Atletico have been put on notice. They will be relegated to the second division with the July 1st, 2017 deadline. They must find a manager and submit an 18-man roster or have their club license revoked permanently. Stories are emerging in Spain today that Atletico Madrid, who are in turmoil, may have found someone to take the vacant managerial position. Former AC Milan striker Francesco Mancini looks to be the man hotly tipped to take the position, and here is what some people said about the rumours.
Here are my thoughts about Mancini possibly going off to Atletico Madrid to manage them. Well, did I expect something like this? Yes, he's an unexperienced manager. He's got nothing to lose. That team is in financial crisis, so no experienced manager is going to take the risk. If they can stabilise themselves in that second division, then there's a possibility he can build something great. But good luck to him.
Right now, Atletico Madrid need a manager desperately, so why not Francesco Mancini? I mean, the man knows how to get to titles. He wasn't rated throughout his whole career, but he carried that AC Milan team to a Champions League title. I think it's an absolute perfect fit. He's going to get the best out of these players, and he's going to bring Atletico Madrid back to their former glory.
Well, definitely some interesting opinions there from around the world, but whoever does take this Atletico Madrid position, let's just hope that they can get a team together ready for that July 1st deadline. Francesco, do you think you can have a roster ready for July 1st? Of course. And how do you intend to do this? Well, we have a few players that we plan to retire to play for Atletico. But you cannot sign any players. They're not contract. They just play for love. Okay, and what will help you get Atletico back to the top division? Well, we cannot buy player, but we have youth academy. With the previous breaches to Article 19, is that a wise move? Everything by book now, and have friends to help. Diaz, Laganov, and Banks to help with youth. Well, it seems like you have a plan at least. Good luck with the season. Thank you. Well, with Francesco Mancini announced as the Atletico manager, we decided to ask for some viewer feedback on the situation. Let's cross to our new correspondent Pierre Rocher with Media Watch.
Media Watch with Pierre Rocher.
I mean, honestly, Atletico Madrid have dug themselves into a hole. I feel sorry for Francesco Mancini. Not a chance in the world he is achieving this objective. Good luck to him, but Atletico Madrid, you screwed up, fellas.
Mancini to Atleti, I'll tell you what I think about that. I don't like it at all. I don't like Mancini. He thinks he's some Piscopo guy. He's not. And I definitely don't like Atleti. A la Madrid. A la Madrid.
By now, I'm sure most of you will be aware of the debacle that Atletico Madrid have found themselves in and the situation that Francesco Mancini now needs to deal with. And in my opinion, if there's any person for the job, he will be their man. he was able to achieve a similar feat with AC Milan as a player, and I think he can teach some of these Atletico Madrid players what it takes in order to achieve glory like he did with AC Milan. I know it's going to be a tough task, but I have some faith in him.
Francisco Mancini, is that it? I know he was a striker over at AC Milan, but come on. Come on. After everything Atletico has been through, with all this news breaking, and now them getting all the way sent down, it's just not smart, man. I understand there are great managers out there that are former players. You know what I'm saying? You got Zidane, who, won the Champions League out here. Of course, Pep Guardiola, arguably the greatest coach of this generation. But a task this Herculean for his first managerial job of all time, it's just dumb. It's dumb. It's just dumb, right? And I can't see this going well. Is there a third or fourth division that you can go to? Because that's where I see this team headed. All right, be honest out.
I just heard Mancini took the Atletico Madrid job, and my first thought was, wow, he's got some serious balls, especially with the sanctions they're under. Succeed or fail, I have no idea. But if they get some back to La Liga's never going to be the same. Good luck, man.
Well, certainly a mixed response there, but with 1 week remaining until the season begins, it'll be interesting to see what kind of squad Mancini can piece together. It's day one of the new season, and the transfer window is open for most clubs, but not Atletico Madrid. Today is D-Day for the club, and we're all wondering, have they managed to get a squad ready and lodged for the upcoming season? Let's head over to Atletico headquarters and see if Mancini has pulled off a miracle. It's time to dust off your favourite chair and sit in front of the big screen TV. Get a drink in your hand because it's 5 o'clock somewhere. Your number one host, the Thunder from Down Under, a man on a quest to make money for beer. Sparring DK presents Relegation Regen Rebuild, Atletico Madrid. Hello and welcome to Relegation Regen Rebuild with Atletico Madrid. This is episode number 1, a brand new series here on the channel. We are back again, once again, with Relegation Regen Rebuild. Now, if you did enjoy the intro, please do go ahead and smash that like button for me. Subscribe if you are new around here. This is going to be one hell of a ride, one hell of a journey, one hell of a career mode. We have got so much in store for you in this series. I am trying to bring the most subscriber interaction possible that I can possibly bring to you guys in this series. Now, you're probably already wondering what the hell is going on here at Atletico Madrid. What have you done, DK? What kind of team have you put together for the start of the season? Well, that intro there shows that we are in a little bit of a crisis. We do have a transfer ban until January 2020, and the question on everyone's lips is, what squad has Francesco Mancini managed to submit for this July 1st deadline? We start off the career mode, of course, with a pre-season tournament invite. We will jump into this. Don't forget that Atletico Madrid were a 5-star team. Once Francesco has put together his squad, he's submitted this roster for this upcoming season, and Atletico Madrid have been reduced to a half-star team. So let's jump into the invites and see what kind of money that we've got on table. It doesn't really matter because Atletico have a shitload of cash, but we will just jump straight in here. We're obviously a half-star team, so we'll just go straight to the European International Cup. Hopefully, maybe get some form here for the lads. But we have a big task ahead of us here with Mancini to basically rebuild Atletico Madrid. And there are a lot of stipulations and rules in play, which we will cover very, very shortly. But we'll choose the European International Cup, and we'll get this season underway. Right, let's just jump straight into the objectives for our first season here in control of Atletico Madrid. With the youth development, within 2 seasons, have a 1 player from the youth academy side in the first season to play 50% of their games. That is not going to be a problem at all. Brand exposure, no objectives. Continental, no objectives. Domestic success, avoid finishing in the bottom part of the league. Now, that's going to be tough, and I'll show you why shortly. They want us to reach a round of 32 in the Copa de España, and within 4 seasons, gain automatic promotion. Hopefully, we should be able to do that one. Financially, within 3 seasons, increase the club worth by 20%. That will be a tricky one, but it is a low objective, so we don't have to worry too much about that one. Right, so let's take a look at the squad that Mancini has managed to gather a few lads from around the world willing to help him out and keep the traditions of Atletico Madrid alive. We do not want them to, fade away into a nobody club. So these boys have decided, you know what, I'm going to go and play for this new manager. I might only get a season, but hopefully we can, use this youth academy and get this team moving onwards and upwards. So let's have a look what we've got in the initial squad. We've got Abdo El Basisi. He is a 39-year-old goalkeeper, 57 overall. Yeah, you'd assume that he will be retiring in a season or two. We then have Aurelian Fiver, 59 overall, age 39, another player for the history books. At centre back, we have Suda. Takuma Tsuda is a 59 overall player for the history books. Michael Nelson, a 37-year-old centre back at 61 overall. His contract is expiring. That is fine. I'll cover all the formalities of how this season and this series will work very, very shortly. Yamoto, he is retiring at the end of the season, a 37-year-old Japanese centre-back at 59 overall. Kitamoto is a 57 overall centre-back. He is retiring at the end of the season. Only 35, but deciding he's had enough. I can't even pronounce this final name here from Ireland. Mulcahy. I don't know. Whatever. We murder names on this channel, that is for sure. 39 years of age, 56 overall, a player for the history books. And another centre-back in Mike Edwards. He's retiring at the end of the season, 37 years of age from England. Central defensive midfielder, we've got Inamoto. He's retiring at the end of the season, 37-year-old from Japan, 62 overall. And we have Kawai, a Japanese centre-back, central defensive midfielder, retiring at the end of the season, 38. Right midfield, it's Hirakawa, 59 overall, retiring at the end of the season. Then we have Michael Flynn, 62 overall, retiring at the end of the season. Bullman is also retiring at the end of the season, a 38-year-old centre midfielder from England. We then have Ono retiring at the end of the season. And you can sort of see what is happening here. Smith retiring at the end of the season, 36 years of age from England. Ellison retiring at the end of the season, 38 and 58 overall. Ishihara, 55 overall, retiring at the end of the season. Bando, retiring at the end of the season. He's a 58 striker. And that is our full squad. There is 18 players. They've decided to come across for Atletico, probably for one season, maybe two if they're lucky. But let's get into the formalities and let's discuss the rules. Let's cut to the rule book. The rules for this year's Relegation Regen rebuild. Rule number 1. Transfer ban till January 2020, in and out of the club, excluding free agents. So what that means is that we cannot make any transfers until January 2020, excluding free agents. Free agents are allowed to be purchased. Rule number 2, a maximum of 2 free agents can be signed per year. They must be 18 unless Spanish. So what that means is that we can only sign 2 free agents every season. And if we do want them to play in the first team, they must be 18 years of age unless they are Spanish. Rule number 3. Youth Academy players must be 18 years old to sign for the first team contract unless Spanish. Spanish players can play at 16. So what this means is that we will be scouting, of course, looking for new youth players to bring through Atletico Madrid. But they cannot sign a first-team contract until they turn 18, unless, of course, they are Spanish. Rule number 4, 1 Scout Future Star will be purchased in Season 1 only. He still must be 18 unless Spanish for a first-team contract. So we're only going to use 1 Scout Future Star, as we always do in my series. But if he is not Spanish, he has to be 18 before he can play for the first team. Rule number 5, if a Youth Academy player is under the age of 18 and asked to be signed up, you can offer him a contract, but he cannot play a game until he turns 18, nor can he be loaned out. So this is just sort of a backup plan. If you get a player in your academy that has a high rating, sometimes when they're 16, 17, they do ask to be called up. So you can sign them up only if they do get asked, but they're not allowed to play for the first team until they turn 18. And finally, rule number 6, when the transfer ban is over, you can still only sign free agents and regens, and they must be over 18 unless Spanish. So the basic principles of the rules this year for Relegation Regen Rebuild is that we are in Spain. Article 19 has been a real issue, and what we want to do here is set up a Spanish side basically of under 18-year-olds, and anyone else that comes into the team must be over 18. Hopefully that explains the rules. Feel free to leave me any comments down below if there's any grey areas that you need. Let's get back into the video. Right, so now that you've seen the rules there, you can totally understand why I've set the team up this way. We cannot make any transfers till January 2020. We've got a team of pretty much players that are going to play one season if they're lucky, and then they're going to go on and retire. We have to turn this team around quickly, and that is going to be with youth. We can sign 2 free agents, and obviously we've got all of these Spanish stipulations that I've put in place. Every player in this team to play for the first team must be 18 years of age and less Spanish. Just to, you know, bring that link into that Article 19 stuff that's gone on with Atletico Madrid. So, I mean, we've got our normal Sparring DK formation all set up and ready to go. We've got enough substitutes to get us started here, but we're going to have to bring in some scouts, and we're going to have to get scouting and try and turn this team around like in the first 4 to 6 weeks. We're going to need some big scout reports, especially back from Spain. So let's go and look at how our youth academy is going to be set up. Alright, so we have our 3 5-star scouts in Diaz, Laganov, and Banks, and they will be out scouting around for youth talent to try and, you know, bring Atletico back to the best team it can possibly be and challenge for Champions League in the future. Now, this is the first part of our subscriber interaction. Generally, I would go to you guys in the comments and say, please do leave me a country and what you would like to scout, whether it's a playmaker or technically gifted or that kind of thing. We're going to change that up a little bit in this series. We are still going to use the comment section for this. So here is how we are going to scout for this career mode. What you're going to do is down in the comment section, as per usual, you're going to write what country you want to go to and what style of scout you want to use, playmaker, goalkeeper, physically strong, and the likes. So get commenting down the bottom. But normally I would create a full list and we would randomly pick one of these comments to go and scout to. I want to change that up this year because generally I know get 400-500 comments here at the start, which is absolutely tremendous. Comments really help videos, and I do appreciate anyone that leaves the time to put a comment in the comments section. But what I want to do with this one, rather than using the random style, before we have a new scout report coming up, the episode beforehand, I'm going to put it out to you every single time we have a new set of scouts. So every 3 months we'll have a new set of scouts, and I'll say, look guys, we're about to send out some scouts, put your suggestions down below. Now this is where it's going to come down to you guys. If you don't feel like putting a country down below, that's fine, but please do get involved and put thumbs up on countries that you feel would be a good place for our scouts to go out to. So it's going to be purely based on a thumbs up system. So get commenting down below on places that you'd like to see scouted, and if you see somewhere down there in the comments that you'd like to see scouted, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. The top thumbs up will go into the next episode and we'll send off to those 3 countries, and then obviously in 3 months time of career mode I'll do it all over again, and we'll just keep this interaction and keep this highly involved. So all of you guys that, you know, stick with the series and keep playing along will have an opportunity hopefully to have your country scouted in this career mode. But I need to pick the first 3 to go off to. Obviously we will need to be scouting Spain for well, at least the first scouting report. Hopefully you guys pick Spain a few more because we're going to need some Spanish players. The other 2 countries, I'll be back with you shortly.
A few moments later.
Alright, I've sent out our 3 scouts. We are going to Spain for 3 months for any player. We're going to Portugal for 3 months for any player. And Francesco Mancini wants some homegrown, you know, some national pride in this team as well. So we're going to Italy for 3 months. Make sure you're commenting down below on where you want us to go with our scouts, and the ones with the most thumbs up will be selected for the next scouting mission. Don't forget that obviously any of these players that do come back need to be 18 years of age if they're from Portugal or Italy to get a first team contract. They can be signed into the youth academy, of course, but they cannot play for the first team until they are 18. So hopefully Spain brings us back a whole heap of players. We're going to have to sign up as many as we can so that we can put them into this squad, because the old boys aren't going to stay around for too long. But that is scouting taken care of. Let's get into some more of this career mode. Right, so I've done this quick scout here through the current free agents. There's normally not too many regen free agents in the first season, but we've got 5 players here to have a quick look at. I do have the scouts out having a look around. We have got Gilbert Flores, who is 5'11" centre-back. So we will wait and we'll have a better look once these players get back. Arsen Popov, 6'5", left back, right back, 4-star, weak foot, and the finesse shot, that could be quite handy here in the first season. Petr Delev is a 2-star, 6'4", central defensive midfield. Then we have Nedlev, who is 4-star, 3-star, 5'8", left midfield, centre midfield, 21 years of age. And we also have Sandesh Singh, high-low work rates. So those are the couple of lads there. Leave some comments down. I won't sign any free agents until the next episode, so just have a look through these lads. We might get a look at their reports if they come back before we finish this first episode up. But if there's anyone in there out of those 5 that you feel needs to be brought straight into the team, let me know in the comment section below. Right, so taking a look at the calendar, it's obviously the pre-season tournaments. We will be simulating straight through those. Not much action is going to happen here in the transfer window. We've got our first game in the La Liga 1-2-3 on the 19th of August. We will get our first set of Youth Scout reports back on the 1st of August. And hopefully there are a plethora of Spanish lads there that we can bring in ready for this first game. Otherwise, we're going to have to play with some of these older boys. We've got one more thing to take care of before we get this season underway, and that is to get our Scout Future Star from the catalogue. So let's go and send out and see if we can bring back some real talent to build this team with. Right, our scout has been dispatched. He is off to find our Scout Future Star. He will also be back on the 1st of August. Hopefully, he is a ball tearer. Well, the old boys are going to have to get us the job done here in our pre-season tournament. We don't care too much about this one, that's for sure. But we come through with a 3-0 victory. The old men run out and get us some goals as well. Well done, boys. Right, our scouts have come back with a full list of attributes here for these players. And let's have a quick look through, and you guys can let me know down in the comments which 2 of these free agents you think should be signed in to our first team. Obviously, they need to be 18 years of age, which all of these lads are, so they can play for the first team. So do let me know in the comments on who you feel should be brought in. To start with, obviously you might want to wait until the first scout reports are back to see what kind of positions we get, or maybe there's just a player here that you feel will be able to do a job for us at least for a couple of seasons. So take a look at some of the stats, pause it if you need to, and we will go ahead in the next episode and try and bring in some of these free agents if they haven't already been picked up. Right, it's Finn Harps in the second pre-season tournament game, and it's a 1-0 victory. Atletico Madrid firing, the old boys playing for the shirt. The final group game here is against Derry City. Francesco Mancini undefeated in his start of his career here, and he comes through with a 0-0 draw. Bohemians in the semi-final, and we go down 2-1, and we are out of the European International Cup. Right, so you're probably wondering what kind of money we do have to play with. About 20 million euro. We had about 60 million at the start, but I spent a lot of that on getting the 5-star scouts, firing them, hiring them, hiring. Money doesn't matter here in the first couple of seasons. All we need is enough money to scout, and obviously enough wages there to play the youth academy players coming in. Now, you may obviously have asked the question on how do we set up a series to play like this. I will have a setup video on the channel tomorrow, so you can set up a series exactly like this if you want to play along at home. Right, our Scout Future Star is back, and well, he is a worldly player, Sancho Gallardo. Only 17, so we can't sign him into the first team just yet. But he is Argentinian, he's 17 years of age, so hopefully he does turn 18 very, very soon. A left winger, 61 overall, 74 to 94 potential. And looks like he could be a worldly player in the future here for Atletico Madrid. That is a great first pickup. But let's go and have a look at what the scouts have brought back. Hopefully we've got a lot of Spanish talent. Right, our first scouting report is back from Spain. And if you know the name Eldorado Diaz, you will know that he was our Scout Future Star from last year. But a bit of a lower potential here. But obviously he's Spanish, he's 16, he can come straight into the first team. So we'll be signing him in. Damian Silva is a 51 to 69, 78, 58 to 78 overall. He's 16, so he will come into the first team. Vincent Lovato, 39 to 55, 66 to 92 goalkeeper, will be signed into the academy and promoted to the first team. Diego Castillo, 34 to 46, 54 to 74 potential, will be coming straight into the first team. And Manilo Reyna is only 15 years of age, but 55 to 77 potential of 78 to 94. And looks like he's probably a central attacking midfielder, but that is a decent pickup. We need him to turn 16 immediately. So all of these lads will be signed into the academy, and these first 4 players will be brought straight into the first team fold, ready for game number 1. Right, so now we need to be a little bit more selective with the other countries. Obviously, they can't play for the club until they turn 18, so we're probably better off bringing in high potential players that can mature in the academy and then hopefully get a gig. So let's have a look here in Portugal. He is pretty average. Jorge Murillo, 68 to 92 is probably worth a shout because he is 17 already. Diego Rios, 33 to 45, 73 to 94. We'll probably sign him into the academy just to take a look at. And Duarte Nunez, 42 to 56, 67 to 91. We will sign these 3 lads into the academy to take a look. And if they turn 18 and they've got some promise, we'll bring them into the first team. And finally, we are, of course, here in Italy looking for some young spawn of Mancini, and Giovanni Gasparoni, 49 to 67, 74 to 94 is definitely worth a shout. Probably will be the only signing. He's only 15, so he's a long-term prospect, but we'll have to put him in the academy and have a good hard look at him for, probably a couple of seasons. Right, so we move across back to the youth academy now that we have signed up some lads, and obviously we have rules in play. If a player is under 18, they do not get a first contract unless they ask to be called up, but they can still not play for the first team until they turn 18. So we've got our scout future star in Sancho Gallardo, and he is looking very promising indeed, that is for sure. Giovanni Gasparoni is a 58 overall left winger as well, so a couple of wingers there that we'll be able to utilise, but Gasparoni has almost 3 years. We're going to have to wait to see if he is of anything excellent. Duarte Nunez is the Portuguese left back, only 49 overall, but 17 years of age, so hopefully he turns 18 and we can bring him into the first team. Jorge Murillo is also 17, 68 to 92, playmaker left midfielder. We've got Diego Rios, 43 overall left back, 73 to 94, probably a longer-term prospect if he does flourish here in the youth academy. Manolo Reyna, 63 overall, 800 grand evaluation, off the cusp of a youth academy report. That's probably one of the biggest I've seen in some time. He is a central attacking midfield playmaker, 78 to 94 potential, and definitely something to look forward to coming into this team. Vincent Lovato is a Spanish goalkeeper, 52 overall, 66 to 92 potential, and he will be our first signing, promoting him to the senior team. Next we have Diego Castillo, 6'1" left back. He is an attacking left back, only 39 overall with a potential of 74. Probably not the best of prospects here, but we need as many Spanish lads as we can get into this team. With an aging side that will be retiring, everyone will be called upon to play some games. So Diego Castillo is our second signing of this career mode. Next we have Damian Silva, 58 overall, that's reasonable. 58 to 78 potential, not the highest of prospects, but he's technically gifted and should be able to service us for at least a season or two. He is our third signing of this career mode. And finally, we have Eldorado Diaz, a defensive-minded left-back, 53 overall, 53 to 71 potential, so he could have possibly already hit his max potential, but he will be our fourth and final signing of the Youth Academy at this stage. Right, so this brings me to the second part of what I want to bring to you guys for interaction in this career mode. We're going to make you guys the trainers. Now, how is this going to work? What I want you guys to do is, watch the series, see who's performing and that kind of stuff. And if you feel someone deserves a training session, I want you to write their name and I want you to write exactly what training piece of defending endurance, dribble possession. You guys play FIFA, you know the training. I do have tutorial videos on the channel. But what you guys will do is write the player's name and what you want them trained on. I will pick 5 of those. Maybe, get on the thumbs up system once again. So the top 5 with thumbs up will load up this training scenario and they will get 4 or 5 weeks. They will get a full month of training and that will help these players grow. You guys are the trainers. You guys are the trainers. You will you will grow this team and we will progress through this series together. So every month before the start of a new month, I'll ask for a new training regime. You guys get down in the comments, let me know who you want to see trained, on what exactly you want to see them trained on. The ones with the most thumbs up, the top 5 will get the slots. You'll get your name put into the system here. I'll work that all out for the next episode with training. And you guys can control who will be turned into a beast. But for now, I've just picked the 5 players that we've brought in. Obviously, Lovato's going to need some training. We need a top quality goalkeeper here just purely for survival. And we will just simulate through. So that's how the training's going to work on this career mode. You guys let me know in the comments who deserves the training. Whoever gets the most thumbs up, those 5 slots will be used. And you guys will be training these players for this career mode. Hopefully you're happy with that. Let's get simulating these training sessions. And hopefully we can get some raises in overall, and Castillo immediately up to a 40. Right, so we've brought in 4 players, and we've got Silva out on the right-hand side. I've got Castillo playing centre-back because he can play there apparently, 6'1". Diaz is out at left-back, and obviously Lovato, I've given him the captain's armband for now. He is a 52 overall, 6'1" goalkeeper from Spain. So we won't get another report back before the first game of the season. So some of these old lads are going to have to do a job for us, but... well, we'll get some free agents in the next episode, and we'll get another scout report back, and this team will flip around very, very quickly. Right, before we jump into the first game of the season, we need to obviously cover what is going on in regards to the gameplay. We play 6 minutes Legendary. I do have a video on this, on how my sliders are set up. Camera, I play tele-broadcast with a camera height of 17, a zoom of 3. And then if we move into the sliders. Now, this is a slider setup for 1.0.8. Obviously, 1.0.9 is out. If I do make any changes to that, I will put out a slider video and let you know that we have made some changes. So, here is the user gameplay. 49 sprint speed, 50 acceleration, shot error is at 50, pass error is up to 57, shot speed at 50, pass speed 49, injury frequency is at 60, the severity is at 5, goalkeeper ability at 50, markings at 53, run frequency at 20, line height 55, line length 42, line width is 50, fullback positioning is 50, power bar 50, first touch control error is at 50. Moving into the CPU, so they've got 50 sprint speed, so they've got a little bit quicker. Acceleration 51, shot error down to 47, pass error at 55, shot speed 50, pass speed 49, injury frequency 60, severity 5, goalkeeper ability is at 50, marking 55, run frequency 22, line height 55, line length 42, line width is 50, fullback positioning 50, first touch control error is 50. This is how we finished off the Youth Edition, how we're currently playing the Journeyman. And, well, with the current squad we've got, this is going to be fucking hard. So, Mancini prepares for a competitive debut. Now, we've got a new segment on this channel. Let's just cross now to Pierre Rocher with Media Watch.
Media Watch with Pierre Rocher.
This week in Media Watch, it looks like Mancini has taken the lads off to the north of Spain to San Sebastian to have a little bit of a chat about future talent. Hopefully they can get together and sort out some new stars from around the world. Right, so that is a new segment on the channel. It is called Media Watch. It is with Pierre Rocher. Now, how is this going to work for this career mode? Well, what I want you to do is any rumors or stories that you can think of for these players. I don't want long-winded, 20-paragraph stories. Just a couple of lines. Write it in the comments with the hashtag Media Watch. You can hit me up on Twitter as well with the hashtag Media Watch at SparringDK. And I will start implementing some of those comments into the Media Watch section for as many of the videos as we have comments for. But another new piece of interaction for you guys in the series. Hopefully you're excited for that. So far, you have got youth scouting, you have got training, you have got Media Watch. That's 3 parts. We've got some more coming up, but it's time to get into the first game of this career mode. Alright, here we go. It is the first game of the career mode. We're at the Estadio Ramon de Carranza, and we take on, is it Cades? I don't know, I'm going to murder names. We are in Spain and my language skills are not the best, but it is the opening game of the season. We've still got a lot of old boys on the park, but the 4 new signings fresh from the Youth Academy will get their run out here as we start building this team from the ground up. Mancini in his first competitive match as manager. What will he have this team up and running for? I mean, we've got no idea what these players are capable of, and we've got no idea what the game has in store for us, but hopefully we can get a tough competitive match. Mate, I'll probably be happy to come through with a draw with the kind of squad we've got at the moment. It's only a half-star team, and you only had to see from the intro, B-Motor said that we should be playing in the 4th division, but that's not here on this career mode in Spain, of course. That's only the first 2 divisions, and we'll be doing everything we can to turn this team around as quickly as possible. And you know, youth players, they're going to grow. We're going to turn this team into a formidable side, and one day eventually reach that Champions League final. But the young lads will be on show here today. We've got 4 fresh faces into this team. And, well, who will be the first hero for Atletico Madrid? Here's our starting lineup. We've got Lovato. He's been given the captaincy. He is one of our youth prospects. And then we also have Diaz, Castillo, and Silva at right midfield are the youth players. The rest, well, it's the old man army helping Atletico and Mancini out until we can turn this team around. Opening game of the season. Come on, Atletico. It'd be amazing to pick up some points here in the first game of this career mode. Sliders in play, of course. Oh, hold on to your hats, folks. This could be a big one. Here's old man Ellison. And the pace is definitely different to playing with some big teams. But here's Bando. Oh, he's turned his man inside out. He takes the shot. Oh, my days. We've got a goal in the 2 fucking minutes. Atletico Madrid, the old man army, have come through with the biscuits. And it's 1-0 Atletico. Holy shit, Dick. Hold on to your hats, folks. What a turn and burn that was. What's his name? Bando. I'm going to have to learn these old boys pretty quickly. That is a scintillating strike. Oh, my days. Gets in. 1-0 Atletico. And what a way to start the season. Mancini, well, former AC Milan striker, knows how to work her forward. And we've got a goal there through Ryuji Bando. Well, how long will he be around the club? We don't know, but that is a great way to start this career mode. And young Diaz decides to take it on a bit of a run, and we've got some space through the midfield here through Ishara. He'll slip it out wide. Atletico playing with skill and flair. Here's Ellison into the box. Oh, picked off by the defenders. Through the barrel. Oh no, he's opened up. Here it comes, Lovato. Oh, he's hit the crossbar. Suck shit, dickhead. Inamoto plays it away. Played forward. Oh, it's going to be up to the keeper again. And Lovato, great save, and it's a corner. Oh, Diaz with a little bit of skill. Look to give the ball away. Slips it off here to Ishihara. And he plays it through the middle to Flynn, who chips over the top. We're looking for Silva. We haven't seen him in action just yet. Picked off. Well, it's another corner. And we're just having to sit back here at the moment. We've got the lead. Lovato is looking promising. That's a good punch. Tried to get a punch in on that one. Oh, gets around the defense. It's coming in over the back. Here's the shot. Lovato again. Promising signs here for Atletico. Nelson off to favour. We'll slip it down the line. Oh, Silva's got some space to run. Silva works his way forward. Here's a cross into the box. Oh, my days! Oh, we've got 2. And it's that man again, Bando. Who is this lad? Where has he come from? He's got 2 goals inside 24 minutes, and Atletico Madrid, well, they're an unknown quantity here in La Liga. No one of these lads has played here before, but Bando ripping it up. Who is this keeper? He has just been absolutely decimated, and the old army is fighting back. A good run there from Silva down the wing, flicks it inside. Bando with his 2nd of the season, and it's 2-0 Atletico Madrid. Well, they've got a free kick here now in the 27th minute. You'd assume that they would start attacking a bit more now that they are 2-0 down. Come on, boys, defend it. Comes inside. Here's the shot. It gets blocked. Silva's there. Tries to give it away. He's fighting for it. Silva picked off. Here's Alex inside. Abdullah feeds it off. Here they come inside. Here's the strike. Lovato again. Has shown a lot of promise today. Oh, lovely steal from Castillo. Atletico fighting for courage and fighting for survival. Here's Ishihara. Takes it down the line, gets around his man. He's got Bando in the box. Bando! And a save from Cifuentes. And there is the whistle for half-time. What a scintillating start from Atletico Madrid. We've got the lead, 2-0. Oh, good work from Castillo. Fava feeds it out. Here's Flynn. Feeds it forward. Bando, he has been a destroyer at the moment. Trying to slip his way through. Inamoto gets the touch, but here they come. Caddis on the attack. Salvi Sanchez plays it forward. Oh, Barrel's got through. Here's the strike, and there is their goal. Oh, they've been pressing for it. They get one back just after half-time. And it's 2-1. It is Barrel putting it in the back of the net. And, well, they've shown signs here coming off the half-time break that they're going to attack now. And that makes it 2-1. Lovato concedes his first of the season. We can't expect too much from the young Spanish goalkeeper. A lovely little finesse shot from outside the box, goes into the back of the net, and it's 2-1. They are tiring, these Atletico players. Even at half-time, a lot of them were only at 50% stamina, and that was after having fresh legs. And here comes Caddis again. Fiver gets back, Nelson clears it away. Silva passes this one off. Ishihara plays it forward. Here is Bando. What can he do with it? Feeds it off to Flynn, and he gets it out here for Silva. Silva slides one through. Ishihara picked off. Here is Silva. Works his way inside, takes the strike, and an easy save for Cifuentes. Oh, lovely ball through, and here is Silva on the attack again. Look at him fly forward. He'll take the strike. Cifuentes with the save. Ellison gets a piece of it, and the keeper is there. Oh, played through. Look out. Oh, great save from Lovato. Brilliant save, and it's a corner now from Caddis. They work it inside. Here's the header. Oh, off the crossbar. Someone needs to do a job. Whoa, what is going on? Right, we need some fresh legs here, and Caddis also making a change. We'll make our 3 substitutions, swapping old for old. Bullman, Smith, and Hirakawa check in for Flynn, Ishihara, and Ellison. Caddis down the line. They've got a runner here. Yona plays it into the box. Who's going to get there first? Inamoto off to Diaz, plays it off quickly, and that's a good ball out wide. Hirakawa can't control it though. Can he get involved here? He can. He does well. Slips it forward, and here is Bando. Bando is going to look to try and get something going here. Bando works his way forward. Still coming, Bando. He's in the box. Cuts back. Oh, he's left the ball behind. And here they come, pushing forward into the death. Oh, challenge missed. Played inside. Come on, boys. No, no, no. Run at him. 2-2. Well, we just had no momentum. The boys are flat on their feet. And Caddis come back to equalise in the 88th minute. Mancini was looking to get his first, win, and the man's just lost his arm there in celebrations. Oh, what was happening there? Who is number 2? Who does number 2 work for? It is Castillo. He's only 40-odd rated, and he's had an absolute brain-melting moment. Mancini can't believe it. It's 2-2. Here they come down the line. No one's got anything left to run. It's on the back. Lovato. He just bombs this one long. Bando gets the touch, but Silva's not going to get there. Well, we take a point in the opening game of the season with a 2-2 draw. Well, I thought we were on early there, but Caddis 14 shots to 9. They had the possession. Only 5 tackles for Atletico. We're going to have to work on that. Now, of course, we have our new trophy in play, the Regenero, and we'll take a look at the players. Real players are eligible for this one for the first season. And Bando, what a start he had, a 9.1. It got himself 2 goals, and, well, an unsung story already being developed in this career mode. Kevin Ellison a 7.4, an 8.7 for Ishihara with the assist, 7.4 for Michael Flynn, an 8.1 for Lovato, 2 goals conceded but 11 saves on debut. The captain, Vincent Lovato, that is a breathtaking effort and hopefully more signs of good things to come. 7.3 for Favor, 7.7 for Nelson, 7.7 for Diego Castillo, cost us the second goal there. He's up to a 43, so he's gone up 4 rating in about 3 weeks of training being that low. A 7.2 for Diaz. He showed a bit of promise, missed a few tackles, but was fairly attacking. Bullman checked in for a 5.8. Inamoto a 7.4. An 8.2 for Damian Silva. He got the assist on debut and looked quite decent there out on that right wing. A 6.2 for Alan Smith. A 5.9 for Hirakawa. So up in the eye, you'll see 5 names. Get voting on who your player of the match was, and we will have the Regenero at the end of the season. Okay, so we're getting close to wrapping up this episode. Just the one game for you because I need to give you the opportunity to get in your media watch, get in, good stuff there on which free agents we want to bring in. But let's have a quick look here. So Lovato's already gone up 4 rating. He's up to a 56. Castillo is up 5 to a 44. Diaz is a 55. He's gone up 2. And Silva 58. He hasn't increased just yet. But let's have a look here. 3-star, 3-star, weak foot. Castillo's got 3-star, 2-star. He's got a trait. He is an early crosser. Okay, that's good to see. What else have we got here? Diaz 2-star, 3-star. And of course the keeper 2-star, 2-star. Okay. And of course, once again, we will be back with player upgrades, another part of subscriber interaction. And we'll start today with the keeper, Lovato. He had a cracking game there, 11 saves on debut. So what we do here is you can choose any of the accessories to change. You can change his number. All you need to do in the comment section is write the player's name and then list all of the different changes that you want in regards to boots and all that kind of stuff. The only thing I will say is that for every player we do, we will untuck their shirt so that we know that they have been upgraded. There is a number list there available for you guys to pick which number you want, and whichever comment for Lovato gets the most thumbs up will be the player upgrade. So make sure you're looking through, even if you don't want to be a part of this, have a look through and see all those player upgrades. If you see something that looks tasty, something that you think will really suit Lovato, make sure you give it a thumbs up. The one with the most thumbs up will get the upgrade in a future episode. And that is where we will finish up episode number 1. Hopefully you've enjoyed the start of this series, just the one game there, and we're going to move on very, very quickly, moving in, getting more youth players in, and really turning this side around very, very quickly. Not a bad start there, obviously conceding there late for a 2-2 draw, but we pick up our first point of the season. Make sure you are getting involved. I want to see you like this video, subscribe if you're new around here, share it on social media if you can, that would be tremendous, and also getting involved with the subscriber interaction. We've got obviously training, we've got youth scouting, we've got media watch, we have got player upgrades. Hopefully it's enough for you guys to really get invested in this series. Don't forget the hashtag media watch. We'll have some of those hopefully ready for the next episode. And I need to see obviously scouting countries and training scenarios because we've got the next month coming up very, very shortly. I think it's the 25th of the month. So the transfer deadline date is settling in. Make sure you're letting me know about those free agents. I would like to sign 2 in before the next game. We've got one more game before the end of this month. So make sure you just smashing that comment section. Get everything in there. Lots of thumbs up. Make sure you're reading, interacting with each other, and we will have one tremendous series. Thank you very much for watching this one. Hopefully you're excited for this series. It should be a good one. We will see you in the next video. I'm Sparring DK. It's 5 o'clock somewhere, and you have a good one.